Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, where we last left off. We talked to more people. Iron Bull, we had some drinks, that kind of thing, and now we're going to talk around more people.
Our mounts have never...
All's well.
How are the horses?
How are your charges? Well supplied?
Surprisingly well. Not many could feed these people, let alone their mounts. Makes me wonder what you're capable of.
How's the family?
Are your wife and daughter doing well?
Elena's minding the farms. Sienna's still running her full races. Wouldn't be fair to drag them up here. I miss them. But someone has to save the world.
True.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
How's Strider doing? Strider! You look good. Like your new home? Brazilian Surefoot, Legion Courser, Greendale's Feral, Tasslin Strider. Suited to long distances and spirited charges. A hardy and sure-footed mount, fiercely loyal, fully trained examples are highly prized despite the breed's humble origins. Greendale's Feral, a fine example of a breed rarely seen on the field, descended from a stock that escaped during Canary incursions in the north. Spirited with a lineage longer than most noble names, the pride of many a chevalier, silent when it wishes, fearsome when demanded. Cool. Anything in here? Black wall? What? You're carving?
This is just... it's something to keep their hands busy.
It's a griffin.
I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
I'm glad.
I'm pleased that you feel that way.
Makes me sound like a Chantry sister, doesn't it? Some giddy new initiate. So be it. I suppose you've earned my loyalty. And girlish enthusiasm. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
Wise words.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I even thanked him.
Oh, Grand Tourney?
What is this grand tourney?
You've never heard of it? The Grand Tourney of the Free Marches. It's a spectacle. Song, dance, wine, every amusement you can imagine. But the greatest part is the contest of arms. Prove yourself in the Grand Tourney, and you can make your fortune.
What is up with your mouth? Your words are not linking up with what you're saying.
How did he help you?
There were 100 men on the field, each one fighting for himself. The knight and I had forged an alliance. It was just the two of us, and we took all comers. The goal, down as many opponents as possible. He always let me deliver the final blow.
That was generous of him.
He said I stood to gain everything, while he'd lose nothing. When it was over, he offered to mentor me, to teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
You're here now. A Grey Warden. It worked out.
I suppose it did, didn't it? But I'm older. Hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with.
Good on ya. Fist bump, handshake, whatever.
Yes?
Know much about Corypheus?
How much do you know about Corypheus?
Not much. I always thought the stories of Magisters
that
corrupting the
white man
Golden
hugging
City
that bear
were just
again?
that. Stories. I didn't expect them to be true, and I certainly didn't expect to find one of them still alive.
Corypheus stopped being human a long time ago. Darkspawn don't have human lifespans, do they?
No, I suppose they don't. They're unnatural and sustained by evil. It's been thousands of years. You'd think the Wardens would have managed to kill the first Darkspawn by now.
Don't the Grey Wardens know everything about Darkspawn?
You don't have to know how a Darkspawn came to be in order to kill it. We're soldiers, not historians. And the world would be better off if people focused on defeating evil rather than explaining how it came to be.
But if you can find out its origins, you can then stop it from happening again.
Do you know if there are more Darkspawn like
Or
Corypheus?
make it easier to beat them
I don't
next
know.
time if it happens again.
I'm not sure any Warden knows.
Let's discuss something else. Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
How do the Wardens deal with archdemons?
Short answer? Stick it with swords until it stops moving.
And I'll trust that you know what you're talking about.
We'll manage, if it comes to that.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Alright. Anything upstairs? Why are you in a barn anyway? Surely we have a better place for you to stay in. Unless you want to stay there, which is fine, I'm just saying. There's a horse statue there. Why is there a horse statue there? Whatever. It's all cool. Whoa, lots of things to read. Note from Skyhold Kitchens. Request for supplies: potatoes 500, flour 50 sacks, dried peas 100, salted meat as much as possible, willow switches 4 to break in the new kitchen hands. Yet another note from the kitchens. Yet how many times do I have to say this? If it falls on the floor, it's still good to eat. What? If it's the 5-second rule, sure, but anything later than that, then no. Especially if it lands in something. Once again, please keep the elf out of the kitchen and check the sugar daily to make sure it's still sugar and not salt. Beneath this is written, try keeping this out, followed by an arrow pointing towards a crude drawing of a phallus. Why would you want to put a penis in sugar? Make it taste better?
There's no end of it. I can store an army.
Wouldn't that burn? Oh, this is where they store all the bottles I find. Cool. Don't know why we need to store so many bottles, but ooh, nice painting. Are we actually going to use this room for anything? Ooh, another nice painting. Ooh, a dwarven statue for some reason. I don't really know why this is here. Ooh, a library. Not going to say anything, are you? Okay. First Blight, Chapter 2. Oh, this is a long one. You can pause and read this. I'll just skim it. Dogma. Darkspawn are more virulent than the worst plagues. Dread Catalysm. Magisters. Old gods do mock the first dragon. Slumbering dragon awoke. Freed the maker's prison. Blah, blah, blah. Dread the Genetini. Alright. Pyramids of Pavolan. Oh, God. Pause and read. Canary. Basically Egyptians. Blah, 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 blah. Perfectly to match the constellation Solium. So why is the little proof may lie in what remains in the temples? Horn figures of the ancient of Pavolan. Super precision. The humans of Pavolan are Kunari now. The ancient civilization decided by Lara Blah. Okay. Oh God. 5. In the days that followed, to avoid scandal, the appointing of Not Sheraton was claimed a grand tactic of the true general, who must have orchestrated the whole affair from secret. From secret, meaning in the cloakroom, for not even his own attendants knew his face, and they would have had the guards whisk him to jail for trespassing. But with his mask restored and wary of the embarrassment, the general was merciful with Not Sheraton, imposing less than half the prescribed lashes and sparing her and her lords the gallows. They were allowed to leave Olay on the condition that Not Sheraton was henceforth her name. There is a giant book here for some strange reason, and I would like to know why. What is green? What is green? Imagine if I present to you an object which, to my mind, of indisputable greenness, and ask, does this appear to you to be green? Naturally, you might say that it does, for you have to come to recognize the appearance of the color of the object to be green, associating with that with your eye see. But could it be my understanding of green differs entirely from yours? What if perchance you could see into my mind? You might realize that all things that I name green are actually red in your understanding. Without the moorings of objective truth, we are set adrift in the oceans of solitary experience. The promising opening to a lecture given by Carsten Groke, philosopher poet at the Olay University. The lecture's quality dropped significantly after this point and ended quickly when Groke subjected audience members to a poorly constructed ode to Chartreuse. He fled from the auditorium under fire from students armed with overripe red tomatoes. But he's not wrong though. People will see colours differently. So, obviously, because I got, like, partial colour blindness crap, some colours I can't see, and other colours I might see as something completely different to what others see. So, yeah. Whoa! Whoa! What the fuck? I'm just gonna keep going as though nothing's wrong. Colin, anything new? There we go. Look for coal. Sure, I'll look for coal. Hello!
This thing is not a stray puppy you can make into a pet. It has no business being here.
Wouldn't you say the same of an apostate?
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit.
It is a demon.
If you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
What?
Cole warned us about Corypheus at Haven. He saved a lot of lives.
And what will its help cost? How many lives will this demon later claim?
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
Explain more.
In my studies,
My head
demons
is
either
cut off by the
possessed
screen.
something from this world, or were summoned and bound. They almost never look like something you'd mistake for a person.
Normally you'd be correct. But Cole has willfully manifested in human form without possessing anyone.
The demons who came through the breach, or through the rifts, weren't possessing anything.
These demons were drawn through against their will, driven mad by this world. But Cole predates the breach. From what we can tell, he has lived here for months, perhaps years. He looks like a young man. For all intents and purposes, he is a young man. It is remarkable.
I'll talk with him.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm... dead.
You're feeling their pain?
It's louder this close, with so many of them.
Would you like to go somewhere more comfortable?
Yes, but here is where I can help. Every breath slower, like lying in a warm bath, sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain, dry, scraping, thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
You're using your powers as a spirit to help people.
Yes? I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
Cole will join or Cole will leave? Because I haven't read any of the books, and I know Cole is from one of the books, I can't remember which one. But from what I do know, he is what he says. He is a spirit that came from the Fade that was kept prisoner because he came and replaced a mage that died in a prison or something to that effect. Then he killed people because he wanted to save mages from being persecuted or something, but he didn't know what he was doing was wrong. And then he had friends that were also mages, but then a Templar, as he said, revealed who he really was, and even when he found out, he was like, what? And then his friends left him because they didn't know he was a spirit and thought he was a demon because he killed people. He's kind of a wild card. We don't know we don't know if he's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. But for right now, he hasn't done anything bad, so we'll keep him around to see what he can do.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt. The helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting.
Uh-oh.
Make her, please.
That's the murder knife.
The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
Okay. Well, we can't understand. Let's give him a chance.
You say he won't die for hours yet, but you can't know that for certain.
His body is failing.
He could recover, or the healers could find another way to help him.
How do you know?
I don't, and neither do you. That's part of life.
Yeah.
Try. I want to stay.
Cool. Cole greatly approves. Okay. I greatly approve of Cole, I guess. Alright. We look to the left, we look down there, we're going to go up here now. What's up on the battlements, eh? Hello. Keeping an eye out for the enemy. This place is a dump. There's this wall again. I hope they do fix this, so then we can actually get to go over here normally without having to jump like a kangaroo. Anything over here I can use? No. What about down here? Anything?
First, a full wheel of Antivan smoked cheese, and now 3 royals worth of crushed mint.
What?
They were right here. I remember seeing someone take them. I can't recall their face.
Okay. Get over the wall. Nothing here. Back up we go. Whee! Boing, 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 boing.
Majestic. How is a place like this ever lost?
Quite easily. You know, people lose like massive things. You'd be surprised. There's a chest. Nothing else we can do up here. All right, that just leads back to Thingamabob. Hello. I would like to know who you 3 are, because you look badass. Guy with cool looking canary with a horns, metal thingies, and a guy with a
strangest thing. When
weird
I reached
crystals
out,
on his
my
arm.
dagger was gone. Just gone. Know where I found it? In a barrel. The thing was filled to the brim with daggers. got the strangest feeling. I know someone took it right off my belt, but I can't recall who.
Interesting. For some reason I have an exclamation point here. I don't know why, but I can't do anything with it. Oh. Harden Hightown, Chapter 5. You can pause and read this if you want. I'm a city guard. What do we do? I'll take us back down. This is behind the tavern again, with the bed with the axe in it. Hello. Hello, Varric. I thought that guy just appeared from nowhere then. Alright, let's go talk with Varric. Hey Varric, what's up? Oh god. Use the iconic appearance of the champion of Kirkwall. What? Recreate the custom appearance of your champion of Kirkwall. I'd rather recreate. But wait, what? 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 Okay. I'll be back. I'm gonna fiddle with this so I can get it to where it was in the first game. This is weird. Alright, welcome back guys. I went back and I actually watched my Dragon Age 2 videos to try and get it as close as I can as before. I couldn't choose the same hairstyle because, well, for number one, it's not in this game, and for number two, I think it's a modded hairstyle, so it won't be in this. So I chose one that was closest to it. There isn't a lot of hairstyles that have fringes, so there's a lot of hair, forehead in this and many of the other ones. I think I got to as close as I can with the new engine to what it looked like in Dragon Age 2. So yeah, we'll go with this. Accept changes.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Or in the badass armor.
I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him after all.
Impressive view. Reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
Yes, I know how that feels.
You're lucky it was just a single city. I've got half of Thetis.
You're doing everything you can to protect them.
Does it ever get any easier?
I'll let you know. I don't envy you, Inquisitor. But I may be able to help you.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
Oh god.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible, but we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully, my friend in the Wardens will know more.
Huh.
I appreciate the help.
I'm doing this as much for myself as for you. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
Woo! So cool to meet you, and you're wearing the armor I actually got.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus?
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back, or maybe it's all Tevinter magic. But he was dead, I swear it.
Where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up, and the exalted march never came.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
When the Wardens began acting strangely, I had my friend Abilene take my sister out of the Free Marches. Meryl is helping Elven refugees who were displaced by the war. I didn't want to take her away from that. Meryl spent enough time fighting for her life with me.
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just an Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him, except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
Oh, Varric.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
You will. It's cool meeting you in here. I mean, obviously, you're as close as I could get to you, as you seem to fit. So, yeah, it's pretty good. It's cool seeing Hawk again, though. You know, you get used to them after so long. You feel like they're a part of you in the end. And technically they are, because you created the character. They are basically a part of you in some form. Which is probably why I like creating characters, you know, going down to the details. All the little details, you know. Making them maybe exemplify certain aspects of your own personality, even if you don't mean to, you end up doing it anyway. I think Derek's one was just the fun and adventure. Hawk was more about being a hero and saving people. And with the Inquisitor, I think it's more of camaraderie, I guess. I'm not really 100% sure yet, but it's good. It's all good. Right. There's an arrow here. Catalogue Skyhold Elven arrow with inscription. An arrow, Elven of course, because who else would do this fancy with a throwaway? I've talked weapon talk with traders before, and squiggly scratchings means make you dead or near enough. Well, maybe. Well made. Have to be, to keep its shape since whatever ancient sod ground is from. All I know is these are centuries of knocks in the walls I have to patch. They keep an edge if they don't hit stone. Tell the men to mind their fingers. They got fresh blood on this one. Anything else? No? Okay. Whee! Ow. Let's go talk to Cassandra. Maybe she's not very happy that Hawk is here, and Varric actually did know where he was, or she was. So. Save. Cassandra?
You knew where Hawk was all along!
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit!
You kidnapped me! You interrogated me! What did you expect?
Hey, enough!
You're taking his side?
I said enough!
We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. First, Liliana and I searched for the hero of Ferelden, but he had vanished. Then, we looked for Hawk, but she was gone too. We thought it all connected, but no. It was just you. You who kept her from us.
The Inquisition has a leader.
Hawk would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy...
Varric's not responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
I was protecting my friend.
Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake. Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawk most, Varric kept her secret.
She's with us now. We're on the same side.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
Attacking him now won't help us, Cassandra.
Ha! Exactly.
And you better not be keeping anything else from us.
I understand.
Good. Now get in the corner. 10-minute break.
I must not think of what could have been. We have so much at stake. Go, Varric. Just go.
You know what I think? If Hawk had been at the temple, she'd be dead too. You people have done enough to her.
I believed him. He spun his story for me and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand. But I didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawk. I'm such a fool.
What if you hadn't believed him and you'd tracked Hawk down?
Honestly, Hawk might not even have agreed to become Inquisitor. She supported the Mage Rebellion after all. She wouldn't have trusted me for a second. But this isn't about Hawk, or even Varric. Not truly. I should have been more careful. I should have been smarter. I don't deserve to be here.
You're too hard on yourself, Cassandra.
Not hard enough, I think.
You can't believe that.
I want you to know, I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawk or the hero of Ferelden, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. You're not what I'd pictured. But if I've learned anything, it's that I know less than nothing.
Well, that was a fun moment. Found Hawk again, yay! Fight broke up because Hawk's back, yay! Alright, in the next episode we shall still be walking around talking to people. I think by that point some of the war room missions or operations I sent them out on will be done. So I shall stop here. In the next episode we shall do all that. Until then, it's Majorshepard, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye!